Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you like, comment and subscribe. And in this video I want to talk about the new year and setting goals. It is 2020. I think it's very pertinent to talk about setting goals, and I also want to wish everyone who watches this video the very best of 2020, and I hope they had a fantastic New Year's celebration. Now, let's talk about my goals before I go into the general scheme of things. I'm gonna aim to grow this channel, so I want to put out 250 to 300 videos, and I'm only going to do it if I believe the quality's there. Though I don't want to put out rubbish videos. I think that's the bottom line. I think I've been planning pretty intensely schematic for a good run into the new year. So I've got 50 videos nailed down. So I've got the how-to series, like I touched upon in a prior episode. I want to stack. So gold, I'm not really too fussed about gold for this year. For me, it's more about silver. I want to stack 100 to 200 more Brits for my own private stack. A lot of people ask me if I stack, and it's really difficult for me to say yes or no because I buy and sell a lot. I was buying and selling a lot. My stack is very fluid, and it's very hard to convince people that I'm not in it for 100% for the money. I do stack, and the reason I stack is I fundamentally think that the EU will fail, whether we are in it or not. And if it doesn't fail, there's going to be a recession, and gold and silver tend to do okay in a recession. I'll just recycle my assets and put them into shares. Now, like I said, for the gold, I'm not too worried. For the silver, that's where I'm at. I'm more worried about this though. I've got a lot of debt on my books. I won't tell you how much. It is a lot. I took out about £50,000 in debt when I started my business over multiple credit sources. I did it in a way that gave me a weighted average cost of capital, which was maybe 3 to 4%. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it wasn't bad. It was okay, which essentially made it a turnover thing for me. Could I sell enough, make enough profit that I could pay my bills and reinvest slightly? And this is fine. It was fine. I wasn't having a problem. I then went to Australia and I started a new business, and it went out of whack a little bit. So I was talking to a customer of mine. I said, look, I fundamentally believe that debt is a fantastic tool. It can be a tool that can build great structures, but it can also take your hands off, because it can. Debt can ruin people's lives. It's probably ruined several million people's lives, because it wasn't confronted in a way that was savvy, but also some people get forced into debt, which is difficult. It's really difficult. Like, I come from a working class background, and people sometimes have to do things they don't want to do. My mother's taken out debt before against her wishes, but she had to do it. It's one of those things. So my biggest concern is to rejig it, move it around, get rid of it. So I actually pre-made a video and then my alarm went off. So that's why this is here, by the way. I've worked out for the year 2020, I reckon I can give myself an extra £300 to £400 in cash flow. And that's going to be my goal, because the year after is when I'll probably be hitting this a lot harder. So I'm consolidating and rebuilding. Well, I'll be consolidating and then I'll be rebuilding. So that's my concerns. Now, they're my goals. I put them down because I want to be held accountable, and I want to look back in a year's time and say, you know what, I worked my arse off. I did what I said I was going to do, and I want to see the proceeds. I want to be able to say, this is what I've done. So, but for the viewer, I just wanted to say, you should think about having goals and you should pin them down. For some people, it's going to be, they don't have a lot of money. They want to stack as much as they can, but they want to do it in a way that doesn't break the bank. And my hat goes off to these people. There are people out there that really struggle. You can go for weight. This is going to be me going for weight. There's no right or wrong. There really isn't. You can go for semi-noon. Or you can go for Numi. It's everyone's different. You know, everyone's got different goals. But it takes patience and it takes dedication to achieve those goals. For me, I would love to say love to have 8 of these by the end of 2020. And it's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to be a busy year ahead for me. There's going to be a lot of hours I need to put in. But I hope it pays off. I really do. They are our customers, by the way. They're not mine. For some people, they just want to build their collection. Maybe they're doing a date run. Maybe their goal for the year is simply to put together a date run of dimes or whatever it is. It could be kooks. It could be silver eagles. It could be lunas. You know, it doesn't have to be dimes. It can be something like this. Maybe they want to collect a world coin from each country. You know, for other people such as myself, they want to add weight. You know, they want to be able to rely on that when they need it, and they don't want it cash. For other people, they want to build up their numismatic or their semi-numi reserves. These are £50 coins, minimum. I did get an offer for 44, and I was probably a bit rude. I didn't mean to be when I spoke to him, but he said to me, "I'll give you, like, I think it's 43, 44 pound delivery." And I said, "No." I was like, it's a bad deal in every. Well, it's a great deal for him. But it would have been an awful deal for me. Some people want to build a date run. This is one of my biggest regrets at the moment. I was trying to build a date run of shields, and I just didn't have the cash flow to do it. So I had to relinquish some of my reserves, or some of my private collection, shall I say. These were in my collection. I've got 2 left. Sad thing is I'll probably have to move these on. I don't particularly want to, but I can always rebuild. You know, it doesn't mean I can't go back to my initial intentions. There's always going to be times in life where you're doing well, and times in your life where it's a bit harder, and that's completely fine. For me, setting up the new business has really hindered me because it's ticking over and it is building, but it didn't build as fast as it should have done due to some disagreements between myself and my partner in crime. And that's okay. You know, we're both very strong-willed people, and we both want what's best, but when you're clashing, it doesn't work out that way, which is understandable. We're striving to resolve those differences, and I feel positive about the new year concerning the new business. So yeah, tell me what you guys think. What are your goals? I'm interested to hear. You know, if I can help facilitate it in any way, you know, more than happy to do it. You know, but yeah, don't really have much else to say. It's been unscripted. It's the 4th attempt to try to film this. Like, the alarm went off, and then I just couldn't get the words out. So I hope you do have a fantastic New Year's, and I wish to hear from you soon. Take care. Bye.